People trust strangers on the internet more than they trust you. Use that. Ask for a review too early and it's awkward. Ask for too late and it's over. If they have to think about how to write it, they won't write it. Nobody wants to promote you, but everyone wants to share their story. A review without a story is just noise. A good story sells for you. A good testimonial is more than proof, it's your best unpaid salesperson. Like 3 reviews a month doesn't sound sexy until you have 50 closing deals for you. A lot of realtors generally do underrate testimonials and reviews because it's not bringing the money home, right? Ultimately, it's the client that's doing that. But what that client can do for you after the fact is so much more powerful than so many people doubt it. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what you can do with that and how you can actually beat every other realtor by focusing on testimonials, focusing on reviews, and ultimately scale up faster than anyone in your area. And the way I've got that done is through a lovely Mario board for you to look at. As always, I've got a great Mario board, and this is something that's going to take you through the easiest way you can collect powerful testimonials without being awkward, without being pushy, or anything like that. But before we get into it, you're probably wondering, who is this British man and why is he talking about realtors getting reviews and testimonials? Well, I'm Dylan Kirk, I'm the CEO and founder of Estato, and we basically hyper-focus on making sure that realtors get quality YouTube ad systems over anything else. So not focusing on quantity, not focusing on some garbage, 100 leads a month or anything like that. It's a lot more lower down. It's about 5-6 per month, but those are hyper-focused deals that are generally speaking based around your dream client. So you want it in a 20-mile radius, you've got it. You want it so you're only targeting 500k people upwards, then you've got it, right? You want people who's only pre-approved, you got it, right? So it's something that can be easily done. Someone did something very similar here. Was it 12 deals, I believe, in a couple months actually. I think in another video I mentioned it was 6 months, but I had to really go through again. I think it was a couple months. So they did very well there. And that was with their dream clientele. And that's essentially what can happen because a lot of realtors generally focus on quantity instead of quality and then realize why they're not scaling. But yeah, this whole channel as well is dedicated to building out your own YouTube ads from scratch. So if you've never done YouTube ads before and you want to do it in the best way or have the best start possible, look at this channel. There's plenty of videos on it and it should give you the best start to basically doing it. So section 1, why testimonials are ultimately the most underrated tool for growth. Well, people trust strangers on the internet more than they trust you. Use that. People trust people, not ads. So a powerful testimonial does more than any pitch you could give, right? It reduces skepticism, builds authority, and acts as proof that what you do actually works. I mean, most agents ignore this completely because they think it's optional. Like, again, you've got the deal, you've got the bag, you can go home. It's not optional though. Like, this is one of the easiest ways to create leverage, and a good testimonial works for you 24/7. It's by far the best employee you could ever get, besides like an AI companion. But yeah, the proof beats the pitch. So people trust what others say about you more than what you say about yourself. The ultimate later lie. So how to avoid most clients like not leaving a review unless you're actually prompted to at the right time. It's all about timing with getting people to do the right reviews and catching them on a high rather than, you know, if you've left them in the cold for like 2 weeks, right? Just doesn't make sense. These are vetting you right now. Like, do I trust this person? They're quality checking you while you're quality checking them. Like, reviews answer that instantly. The more social proof you have, the easier and way easier it is to actually convince people that you're the real deal. Despite the fact that, you know, it could be faked, right? It could be all AI automated. It could be all paid actors, right? But people don't think about that. They see the results. And I think Charlie Morgan actually said this once, where the easiest way to actually convince people that you're the real deal is by having like a never-ending testimonial video page. So like, I mean, obviously it's a bit easier for us, it'll be easier for me, where you can go on Google Meet, you can just record and then just print it out on your video or your website, just asking for the person's permission and going from there. But person, you can also do it as well, just film it, or just film that you two enjoying that, you know, new house you bought or new house you've sold, and just showing that they're happy working with you. And social proof compounds. So one review, you know, it's all right. 10 equals trust, 30 plus is authority. So that's what I mean. Never ending scrolling page will build that authority far quicker. And you can justify, you know, how big of a commission you can get. Like, if you're a solo agent, then obviously it's a bit different rules for you. But if you're with a brokerage, be a bit harder. But if you ever want to go your own way and you want to do it properly, social proof is going to count you out, right? It's gonna make sure that you are going to be okay. And section 2. When to ask for testimonial. So when we spoke about timing, when's the right time to actually ask for it? This is what you do. So ask for a review too early and it's awkward. Ask for too late and it's over. When you ask matters more than how. The best time to get a review is when emotion is high, offer accepted, and keys handed over, right? It's emotional, everyone's happy, la la la, that sort of stuff there. All the listing even going live, right? Like, that's when the client feels grateful to have you, excited and open. Waiting too long means they've already moved on, and ultimately build your testimonial system around moments, not just transactions. Weirdly similarly, we do this at Stato as well. The peak of it is either launching the ads or you're getting the leads in. That's the peak time for actually, getting the testimonial, and especially with deals, right? That's a great picture to actually get for everyone you meet, right? Stats will always beat that though. You can have someone saying like, "Oh, this is the best person I've ever worked with," or they could be a great person, but if they haven't got the stats or they're not saying the actual stats explicitly, then that's a little bit more skeptical, because it could be the case they're a great person, but the results are terrible. So there's also that as well. So the momentum window is what I like to call it. So ask the client when it's happier. So offer accepted, close, or just tour dream home. Avoid cold post-close ask. So weeks later when they've already moved on, right? They've wasted time repeating a conversation, and ultimately that's something you want to avoid. Don't say the same thing twice and ask it again. Get it while it's hot. Use milestone triggers, so set automations or reminders. Offer accepted, keys handed over, day after closing. Zapier can be a great tool for that. Make it feel like a favor, not a favor for you. So your words help others like you make smart choices. And that's something you can actually say to the person. Just let them know, like, hey, think about the next person who's struggling with an agent. You could be the person that actually helps that, right? And if you want an idea of what it can actually look like, especially for your website, have something like this where you've got all these people singing your praises, you've got their name, and like stuff like that, when it was, and all that sort of stuff there, and they're just singing your praises generally. That's kind of the ideal one you want. Section 3 is the tools and templates that make it easy. Just make it stupid easy to say yes. So if they have to think about how to write it, they won't write it. If you actually want to know the number one reason why clients don't leave reviews, it's friction. I mean, that's kind of why people don't do anything, is friction. There's some sort of resistance in place. Like, you ask them to write something up and they never do. Like, make it stupid simple. Make it dumb simple. Like, send a 2-question Google form. Like, pre-write a message and just ask them to click a link. Use tools like, vocal video for effortless video testimonials, right? Really, really easy tool. The easier you make it, the more you'll get. And that's ultimately what you want. You don't really care about like, oh, can you do it with like a Sony ZV like 110 camera or something like that, something that's like 800, 900 pounds, because no one will ever do that for you unless you're just talking to like millionaires or something. But like a day-to-day person, just get them to whip out the phone or anything like that. Even send it to them on WhatsApp, and that'll be really, really easy. If you fail that, again, vocal video is a really good one, really good alternative there. Section 4 is how to make clients want to leave a review. Make it about them, not you. So nobody wants to promote you, but everyone wants to share their story. And this is the framing you want to do it, or like the angle if you want to say it that way. But like, don't frame it as like, help me out with a review. You can do that, but a lot of the time it's not going to work out. If you frame it as like your story could help other people, or like you treat it like a movement, treat it as something bigger than you and themselves. Like, think about the next person who's going to struggle with a realtor, or even think about like a neighbor or a family member who struggled with a realtor in the past or been burned out by one because they had commission breath. Like, you're there to show that you're not the person who has commission breath, and you're actually there to help them. Like, people love helping others who are in the same situation they were in, like being that guidance, right? Feeling that importance. Like, highlight what made their journey unique and let them be the expert. Remember, they're the expert in their own story. Don't tell it for them. Like, this flips the ask from a favor to a contribution, to like a movement, right? They're more likely to say yes this way. So a couple examples here. Make it about helping others. Your story could really help other buyers feel more confident. Name a specific experience. You navigating that bidding war was legendary. Mind sharing how you felt? Pre-frame early in the relationship. Set the expectation at the start. If we do a great job, I'd love to get your feedback later. Give them examples. So show 2 to 3 short sample reviews so they know what to say. Just say like, oh, this person said this to me, or this person said it to me. You could even make it a script. Scripts would add a bit of friction if they don't like what's being said, so it's always a bit risky. So having like, just a review would be a great start. Gamifying it as well. Like, run a gift card draw or raffle each month for those who leave a review. Like, at that point, you are essentially paying for reviews, but I'd rather have paid reviews than no reviews at all. I'm just putting it out there. That's something we run at a Stadio as well. Knock a couple $100 off someone's ad spend if they do a review. Really expensive review in that regard, but the stats speak for themselves, which is ultimately what we care about. So section 5, what to ask into reviews so it actually converts. So guide the testimonial a bit like a story. So a review without a story is just noise. A good story sells for you. And also, if you're looking to actually see, how you can follow up or how to actually automate it, this video here does a great job explaining it. As well, if you actually want to, do a better job and actually converting people to do more testimonials, or just in general know how to speak better with prospects and turn them into paying clients, that video is there as well. So it really helps out. Step-by-step guide to actually get that going. But yeah, what to ask in reviews so it actually converts. So most testimonials are actually pretty vague. If you look online, most of them are vague. The reason why that is because agents don't give direction. You have to be the director in this situation, but don't tell it for them. Like, guide your clients with 3 prompts. Like, what was your situation before we met? What happened while working together? And what's changed now? Like, that turns a completely flat review into a compelling story, and stories sell. Like, this is the difference between he's great to we almost gave up on buying until, right? And here's how you avoid generic questions. So don't say, how was your experience? Or the more general questions you ask, the more general answers you'll get. So how's your experience? You'll get, it was good. You'll get that all the time. But use emotional prompts. So what were you worried about before working with me? What made you choose me? And how do you feel now? What made you choose me is really powerful. That's a question we actually use ourselves for collecting it. Or like, what's your experience been so far with working with us? We get tremendous answers from that, and you see it on our website. Guide the flow before, during, after. Again, what was happening before? What happened while working with me? How do you feel now? Even in a very simple story format like this, start, middle, end, does really well. Review structure, if you actually want like a plug and play. Template, problem, experience, transformation, recommendation. So that works really, really well there. Section 6, how to repurpose testimonials for more leads, right? I may have cut that out a little bit more there. That's all good there, but yeah. A good testimonial is more than proof. It's your best unpaid salesperson. It's the person who's going to be singing your praises every single day of the week, 24/7, whenever they want it, right? So a testimonial shouldn't just live in your Google reviews. Repurpose it. Do whatever you need to for it. Like, turn it into IG story highlights, use it in your buyer seller presentations, clip it in your YouTube ads, post it as a written copy on your landing page. Like, each review can serve 5+ roles in your sales process. It's not like a trophy, it's a proper tool. You do have to be careful though, because if you're doing it yourself, so this is where we've kind of messed up in the past ourselves. If you want to show how well a person is doing, get it from the horse's mouth, not from you. That's a big mistake we've made, because it comes across very salesy if you're showing like the best result you've ever got, but the client is nowhere to be seen, right? Or even in general, like, I would actually make it so you get like a very middle ground testimonial where it's not too good, where it's like, maybe this didn't actually happen, or they're a paid actor, but it's not too bad where you think, well, that's not really a good review, but like in between, right? Like, make it a perfect Goldilocks where it's not too exaggerated and it's not too lackluster. It's just right in the middle. You can also turn text reviews into images. So like using Canva or Story Creator to turn reviews into Instagram story highlights, reels, etc. Using listing appointments. So here's what past sellers said after working with me. Put them on your landing pages, as I said, but not make it too good. Especially near like booking buttons or lead forms. Really, really good one there. As long as it doesn't look too baity or salesy. Video reviews, add creative. So edit down to like 15-30 second clips for retargeting ads. That is very powerful. It's the most powerful when you get people who were your clients to actually do the ads for you. That is something that, we're currently working towards, but that is really, really powerful, because not only are you advertising what you're doing, you essentially have free salespeople or free advertising people for you. And that's going to carry a lot of social proof, because whenever the question comes up, you can be like, well, did you see that ad from like Isabella? Yeah, well, she was actually a client of ours. And then that gets the conversation going in that regard. Like, 3 reviews a month doesn't sound sexy until you have 50 closing deals for you. Like, build a simple tracker. So like client name, moment to ask, sent date, like review status, stuff like that. They just aim to get 3 to 5 testimonials a month. Make it another trackable thing, a bit like closing deals. So make it your bulk standard where you're only closing like maybe 4 deals a month. Have it so you're getting like 3 testimonials a month or something like that. Like, if you look at something like that, like 3 to 5 a month, that's like 36 to 60 per year. Like, it's more than 95 of your competition will ever see in their life. Like, use them everywhere. Make it so people are sick of looking at your testimonials. Like, keep them stacking and just keep it going, because every review increases trust, which increases conversions. Like, it's especially good when you have like a named person, someone who's really, really well known as like a top producing, well, this is more in our case, but like having a person who's like really famous or really well known. Take, I don't know, Kanye West, for example, just off the top of my head. If you're Kanye West's realtor, he's got proof of that and you've got proof of that, then that's going to do so much for you. Like, one famous person is going to do well compared to like 10 to 15 people who aren't like, obviously like Kanye West or anything like that. But in that same aspect, it doesn't matter if they are, you know, that status or smaller status, because every review counts. And that's also what happens. So your next step, pick 3 past clients who loved you. Start with one sheet, right? Like, send a message right now with a link to Google. Build a reusable template. They use the same script each time, like a name swap, milestone trigger. Really, really good there. Track reviews in a sheet. So column, name, review link, as date, method, result. Do that now. It takes less than a minute to do, I promise. Stack reviews every month. So 3 to 5 per month, 36 to 60 per year. Massive compounding proof. You should be getting testimonials anytime you can. Like, this isn't something that you do once and call it a day. This is something you should be always doing, like closing deals. Make it as common as closing deals. In fact, whenever you close a deal, you should be thinking, right, now I'm going to get a testimonial. Like, the deal's not done for you until that testimonial is gone or review's gone. Like, that's when you know the client process has been completed. But yeah, that's everything. So feel free to let me know what you think. If you want this Mario board, or you want any sort of plug and play steps, or you want to check out other stuff on my channel, feel free to drop a comment below or DM me on Instagram with the word deals. And we'll set this up for you. We'll set you up a plan to get the testimonial sorted. You can have a look here. We can get the YouTube ad system set up for you and that sort of stuff there. Or again, drop a comment. We'll talk there and see what we can do for you. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. So see ya.